A little help. I'll take that off your hands. You won't be needing that LarryBoy movie where you're going, rapscallion. Remember, folks, with great movies come great responsibility. So last year I did a re-review of The Fit from Outer Space and Rumorweed. Now at the time I promised you guys a re-review of the Bad Apple episode. So here we are. Personally, I love this video. It has action, suspense, and it has a great message. Now, even though it has all the bells and whistles that the Fib and Rumorweed videos wish they had, let me just say that this video is not perfect. Even as I revisit it today, I have a more updated view about this movie. So let's go ahead and check out LarryBoy and the Bad Apple, which is by far my favorite LarryBoy video, bar none. Now, the countertop scene is straightforward. We get Bob the Tomato who comes on to greet the viewers, and then LarryBoy and Alfred outshine Bob with their presence and enthusiasm. What about me? Am I in this video? I wish, but no.
Well, that's not very nice.
Barnaby, chill. Just watch my review. So they get a letter from a child who has a problem with playing video games.
I really love playing video games. Sometimes all I can think about is playing. What should I do?
You never know, they might be a good Twitch streamer someday. I mean, there's money in that. I love how Alfred sums up this whole show.
We have prepared a story of adventure and mayhem that addresses this self-same dilemma.
Okay, well, let's show it. Assuming that we're being careful with copyrighted material. Trust me, we don't want another false copyright claim incident. So just like we parodied at the beginning, LarryBoy chases after the bad guys. He gets tangled, but he meets up with Petunia Rhubarb, pre-League of Incredible Vegetables. God, why can't they hook up already? So the bad guys get caught, and we get LarryBoy's classic line.
Remember, kid, with great chocolate comes great responsibility.
Wow, spoken like a true hero. Who would turn around and buy a $10 box of chocolate. Seriously, $10 for a box of chocolate? And then he gets constipated. And guess what? At a very bad time too. Because the Bad Apple is spying on some of the most prominent people in Bumbleberg. Well, leave it to her boy toy over here to spill out info about the mayor and Petunia Rhubarb. So we learned that Mayor Blueberry obsesses over her looks. And that Petunia is a gamer. But here's a news flash for you. We already got the gist of that in the previous scene where stuff goes wrong at the park while they're preparing for some tricentennial celebration. Yada, yada, yada. Guess what? I've exposed these people just by sitting here. Yeah, do better, Curly, you walking, talking sperm.
Once I'm finished with them, I'll be the one in control.
1v1 me, applesauce. Anyway, let's cut to Alfred laughing at a banana on TV. Or cut to the Bad Apple sending Curly to break into the Larry cave to spy on our hero, and then leave to visit the mayor. Take your pick. You know what? Let's cut back to Alfred who gives LarryBoy some advice. Okay. Damn it. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Let's get back to the advice. My apologies.
You can't be the superhero God wants you to be if you continue this overindulgence.
Maybe you're right, Alfred.
By the way, hi Curly. No one notices, by the way. You suck. Huh? Wait. That's weird. And it's not an isolated incident either. This happens a few more times. I mean, check out these examples. I don't know about the Blu-ray version because I don't have the Blu-ray. But for the version that's free to watch on YouTube, it's kinda lazy and off-putting. And then we get the villain song. Now, if you think that singing Mr. Nezer's bunny song is a literal sin, well, the Temptations song isn't gonna do you any favors. By the way, if you want me to do a cover of this song, let me know in the comments. Comedic stare action.
Exactly why I'm here. I thought you might need a little help with your outfit for the occasion. I'm a seamstress, you might say.
Well, at least she isn't dressed provocatively, like she's going to Hooters. Otherwise, the line would have been, I'm a stripper. It also doesn't help that she looks like she's ready to make out with these women. Not that there's a problem with that, mind you. But then again, we're not supposed to be rooting for an apple in a green cape, trapping people into portals, flirting with other people's husbands, and tying people up off camera. So she finally gets intel on LarryBoy, and she knows exactly how to get to him and Alfred.
Bananas and chocolate.
Delicious.
Use the sidewalk!
Yeah, use the dang sidewalk, you cow! So after seducing Petunia Rhubarb with a test build to a game that clearly doesn't exist, and Petunia should have known better, wow, the Bad Apple seduces LarryBoy through the security camera.
Did you say chocolate?
Yeah, right here under the chocolate.
Oh, you seduce people through cameras now? Wow, Bad Apple. As an escort, you work fast.
Oh, where are my manners? Care for a bite?
Okay, easy with the seduction. I didn't say being an escort was a good thing. I mean, you've already proven to us that you're a slut. Dang it, what am I doing? This video turned into how many suggestive jokes can we make? Screw it, let's go. Let's go, y'all. Let's count all the innuendos in this, folks. Now, how many of you pansies fell for that? God, I could see all the jackasses in the comments now. Oh, and guess who fell for the chocolate invented by the Mayans history lesson trick?
Did you know chocolate was invented by the Mayans thousands of years ago?
First of all, history lesson. Boring. Second of all, who gives a damn? And 3, you follow it up with you showing off your legs. And not only do we get some stripper action, we also get some spider web to go along with the blatant trickery that's going on here. And all our hero can do is just stand there. But then he samples the chocolate around him and... This next bit used to creep me out back then. Because of how LSD it was. I mean, look at this!
Time to go swimming!
Anyway, we keep cutting back to Alfred discovering the Bad Apple's ancestry, where Appley's great uncle Ephraim tried to take over the city with a creepy funhouse of some sort. I don't know. It's a fun house regardless, but he was thwarted by the city's founder, Obadiah Bumley, and forced to leave town. Shocked by this revelation, Alfred returns home only to find the Bad Apple still there.
Alfred, poor Alfred.
Okay, Bad Apple, if you think you could seduce Alfred with looks alone, then you're mistaken. Anyway, back to you plotting and scheming. So she traps Alfred, and...
Bumbly Boy will be ours! Yours, I mean!
0 to 100 much? Look, ever since I was introduced to Barnaby from Billy Bust-Up, I've been so used to things going from 0 to 100. And he wields a knife from time to time. So the Bad Apple sets up Appley's Funhouse too. Because remember, her great-uncle Ephraim made the first Appley Funhouse back in the early years of Bumleyburg. See how everything comes in full circle? A tricentennial celebration, the Bumleyburg founder statue, and the fact that there's recorded history and a reenactment of how the town was saved from a devious apple hell-bent on making people fall into temptation? Whoever wrote this LarryBoy video should get a pat on the back. Anyway, time to wake up LarryBoy.
I am
So they learn that the sports drink is the perfect antidote for the webs, and they set off to rescue the mayor and Petunia from their respective temptations. Is it weird to say that saving Petunia is one of the most exciting parts of this? Well done. And you know what's also well done? The final boss battle. I love this fight scene. There's action, suspense, and it showcases LarryBoy getting involved in this fight between good and evil, unlike what we saw in the Fib and Rumorweed videos. While I still have a place in my heart for both videos, the Bad Apple video takes a bigger room in my heart because it makes this cucumber superhero, well, a superhero. And I could go on, but there's still a mother and child that we gotta save.
Is it hot out here? Or is it just me?
Just kidding. Now, with the Bad Apple defeated and out of sight, I don't know why I paused there. Bumbleyburg can finally celebrate its 300th birthday and honor the founder Obadiah Bumbley, and people can congratulate LarryBoy for a job well done. LarryBoy gives a speech about overcoming temptation, which is nice, but then they bring out this big chocolate cake. That's like taking a recovering alcoholic to a drunk tailgate. But whatever, let them eat cake. And I don't mean that in a condescending manner. There's literally a cake right there, and it's a celebration. Still don't get it? Well, I don't know why this happens. And we haven't gotten a definitive sequel to this LarryBoy video. I mean, come on! Wouldn't it be nice if the upcoming LarryBoy movie focused on the Bad Apple rather than a Brussels sprout and whoever this boss Tater guy is supposed to be? Due to NBC Universal's and Kingstone Studios' blatant disregard for the LarryBoy fanbase? Wouldn't it be nice if we saw a feud between LarryBoy and Bad Apple continue in some way or another? And I'm not talking about the spin-off books. Those don't count. Because this video is by far the gold standard when it comes to anything and everything LarryBoy. LarryBoy and the Bad Apple is lightning in a bottle for a number of reasons. 1, it didn't restrain itself from taking risks. 2, there's a strong message, which is, don't let temptation keep you from being a good person. 3, the video has a cool villain, which is way better than the Fib and the Rumorweed. Yeah, I'd put away your torches and pitchforks if I were you. And finally, LarryBoy gets to be the superhero that he was supposed to be a long time ago. Look, LarryBoy was supposed to save Bumbleyburg from the Fib, but it took a boy telling the truth to actually save the day and save LarryBoy from being eaten by a giant monster. And you know, LarryBoy was supposed to save the town from the Rumorweed, but he got beaten up really bad. And it took 2 kids righting their wrongs in order to stop the rumors from killing Alfred. But here, LarryBoy is actually doing something. He's doing a lot in this video. He takes action, he saves people, and he fights the villain head on. And what a better way to end that video than with a great music video. So again, LarryBoy and the Bad Apple is lightning in a bottle. No LarryBoy video or project after the Bad Apple episode will ever compete with it. Unless somehow, and I doubt it, the 2026 LarryBoy movie is God tier. If somehow NBCU and Kingstone Studios make that movie really good. But for now, LarryBoy and the Bad Apple will continue to be the gold standard for LarryBoy entertainment. I finally did it! Yes! This was my re-review of LarryBoy and the Bad Apple. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel for more videos. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, Spotify, and all that shebang bang. And if you want to support the show, you can always donate to my Patreon or become a channel member, or if you want to leave a tip, check out my Ko-fi page. Yes, I love making videos, especially videos like this one. This felt like forever. This took forever. Oh my gosh. So as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, this has been your girl, LarryBoy Fanatic, the eyes and plunger ears of the LarryBoy multiverse. And if the bad apple comes for me, you're gonna hear about it.